All right, I decided to put this yard sale first. This was actually one of the last yard sales I stopped at the day. This was a super disappointing yard sale for me. He had EarthBound for Super Nintendo. I've never seen it live before, but there it was. It's coming up here, but he had a lot of good games for Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64. He had Virtual Boy games, regular Nintendo. This guy had so much stuff, but he wanted full market price for it almost, and he was willing to negotiate with me, but he decided there that he was going to drop it on me at the end of the conversation, that he's like, yeah, I priced everything out on price chart, and it was just awfully disappointing when I started to pick a little POW out. I was willing to drop like $200 here, but there was a lot of the games I wanted for my collection and have. Conker's Bad Fur Day, there's like Mario Party, there's a lot of good games, and it's very devastating whenever you're already having a bad yard sale day and you come across something like this, and you're just like, man, this is amazing. Oh, there's EarthBound right there. That's the first time I've ever seen it. It was exciting, but at the same time, it was like, man, it was devastating. When you're having just a really bad yard sale day, and you pull up and you start to walk up, and you see the Super Nintendo tote, and you see the game tote, and you're like, oh, man. And you get up there, and the prices are just retail, so you're just like, oh, that's horrible. He had some consoles in the bottom down there. It was like Nintendo 64, Dreamcast. He wanted some decently good prices for them. They were like, oh, I think he wanted $50 for the Nintendo 64. It had some controllers in there and things like that. No games, but I mean, I already have one, so I wasn't really trying to pick it up to do that. To spend that much. Anyway, here's the point in time where I'm like, all right, I'm going to pick some games out and see what he does, see what kind of deal he'll give me, because he did say I'll do some deals. I ended up picking up all the Zeldas, Mario Party. I picked out Conker's Bad Fur Day, Metroid for Super Nintendo. I picked up the EarthBound. I'm like, well, what do you think you can do? And the first game he picked, he's like, all right, well, Metroid goes for about $40. I can do $36 on it. And I'm thinking, oh man. I'm like, listen, this might not be the yard sale for me. So I was just like, I'm just gonna go. Thanks, man, I appreciate it. Try not to offend the guy, but the pricing was out of control. This yard sale was a nice yard sale. This was a few weekends ago. I was saving some of this footage to get together. I stopped at this yard sale. It was actually late in the day. It was around 9, so it was very shocking to see these games still here. He had a nice array of GameCube games and this DS game, Zelda, for $10. It wasn't too bad of a deal. I picked up a good bit of them. I picked up Resident Evil, the Sonic. I didn't get the Sims. I didn't get the Rogue Leader. I didn't get the Fantastic Four game. I ended up picking those games up. I think I got them for $20. He had some DVDs mixed in there too and everything. I spoke to the guy then. I always try to get in there and ask him. I'm like, do you have any other games or anything you might not have put out or anything like that? And the guy's like, oh yeah, I have some games in the house. Let me go get them. So I'm like waiting around here to bring these games out, and I'm thinking, oh man, might be Super Nintendo, something like that. And it wasn't bad though. It was regular Nintendo and a stack of these Genesis, and The Nintendo games were alright. They were common games you can find. The Genesis ones, they were a little better. And I said to the guy, well, what do you think you want for them? And he's like, well, what ones do you want? I'm like, I'd like to get all the Genesis ones there. And he's like, you know what? I'll give them to you all for $20. I'm like, hey, let's do it. It was like 5 or 6 games there for $20. That's like $5 a piece. Less than that. I think there were 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I ended up picking those up for $20. I picked up 3 of the Nintendo games for $12. I probably shouldn't have picked up Nintendo games. It was more of like a splurge, I think, because it was there at the yard sale. I took a few out, try to reduce the price. I ended up picking up that stack on the left there for $20. Stack on the right for $12. Then we get the GameCube games and all that, and he's starting to do the checkout here, and I'm thinking, all right, let's try to get this price down. I think I had it like $60 was my price. I ended up paying $50, but he pulls his phone out, and I'm thinking, oh man, here we go. He's gonna look them up on eBay. But he actually was fair prices and everything. I ended up getting them all for $50, and yeah, he was just using the calculator. He wasn't doing the eBay app. This yard sale wasn't a bad yard sale either. It had some toys and everything. I'm always looking for the toys. So we walk up here, and I was thinking, I pretty much have those wrestlers. So I work on checking the games out here. I picked up Attack on Titan for Xbox One and a few of these other Xbox 360 games here. And I always like to try to get the 360 games because it's nice to try to trade them into GameStop. A lot of people can knock GameStop for not giving you good deals and everything, but if you really look into the games, they will give you, like, my goodness, $15, $20 for some of the games that are kind of uncommon you come across, especially some DS games. So I'll do that, and I'll trade those in to fund more of my newer game systems and game items. And it really comes in handy when you're out yard sale and you find a game for a couple bucks, and you can turn it into 15. Especially some DS games. There are some DS games out there that are worth a lot. This thrift store was when I made my Amish video, and I went to that Amish flea market. This little thrift store was nearby, and I decided to stop and check it out, and they had some Xbox 360 games for $2 each, and I wasn't expecting to find these here. And I should have probably picked them all up, but I only picked up about 3 of them there. I think I picked up PGR, World at War, and NBA Street Home Court. I picked up those 3, $2 a piece, spent $6 there. I figured might as well pick them up, and I was there, and can't beat that price. And I should have picked up the rest of them, because for $2 a piece for a Call of Duty, you could turn that around on like a $6, $7, $8 game. This yard sale was pretty nice. So they had some older toys like G.I. Joe, things like that, and some older Legos as well. And I asked around, I'm like, do you have any Star Wars or Ninja Turtles? Those are like the main things I collect for. And they're like, no, we don't have anything like that. He sold it all. I'm like, I was pretty disappointed. So I walk over to the corner over here, and they got original Xbox. The games were not that great for them. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to even ask the price of it. They probably want a little bit too much. They had a brand new controller in there. That was about the best game, Simpsons Road Rage. So I said, I'll ask the lady, what are you asking for the Xbox? And she's like, we want $30 for it. It's like, I was thinking about offering her $20, but I have so many Xboxes sitting around right now, and I wasn't going to try to just let it sit around. I mean, maybe I should have picked it up if I could have got it for $20 with that controller, but I figured, it's sitting there. It's probably just going to sit around my house for a little bit, so I'd rather use the money on something else. Then I tried one more time. I said, do you have any other toys or anything in your house or anything like that? And she went and got her husband, and I asked her husband the same thing. He said, yeah, hold on, let me see what else I have. So he runs in his house real quick, and he comes back out with this box, and I'm thinking, it's going to be some Star Wars, I'm hoping, or Ninja Turtles. But it ended up being Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam toys. So he brings the box out here, and he's like, all right, this is what I have in there. This is what I didn't put this out. He wanted $20 for this whole box. There was over 30, 35 figures here. It was really awesome, and I came across this was a good haul for me after seeing those Nintendo games earlier in the day. It disappointed me, so I was glad to pick up a nice little find here for $20. These figures are in pretty good condition. They're in near mint condition. I think I've seen one with a little break in it, and that was it. And every piece is there. It was nice. I picked that up for $20. We're going to see a little recap of it here in my truck. I end up opening the box of my truck, show a little bit more of it. There's all the weapons and all the accessories, and then the bottom of the box, I thought it was brand new seal, but it wasn't. But hey, it's an original box, and you can't beat the original box. Yeah, these figures are just mint. I think they're really cool figures. Some of them are really unique looking, and I'll probably hold on to a few of them just as a memory to be like, I got this stuff. But yeah, the weapons are there, and not bad of a deal for $20. It's hard to find that where you can just find a pile of figures for $20. They're really original looking, and yeah, they're not too bad of a deal, and I figured I might as well pick it up. This is my last stop of the day. I hit up Target. Usually they have some real good games at good prices here. They had Deus Ex, I can't pronounce that game ever, and Battleborn for $3. I ended up picking up the Deus Ex game. I picked up one for myself and one to sell. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and continue to watch and subscribe, and I'll keep coming out with some videos and try to keep it going. Thanks guys.